Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to show you how to automate another test case under login functionality. That is the test case number 14. We'll start with. So, what exactly the test case is all about? Before we start automating it, what exactly the test case is all about? Let's see here. Verify the copying of the text entered into the password field. Okay. So open the application URL in the browser. Okay. So open the application URL in the browser. After opening the application URL, then click on My Account drop menu and then select the login option. Okay. So click on My Account drop menu and select the login option. After doing that, what we have to do next? We have to enter any text into the password field. Okay. Let's enter some text into the password field. Enter anything. Okay. Enter any text into the password field. What can be the text that we can enter into the enter any text into the password field. And yeah, here I'll enter something like this. Okay. XYZ ABC. Okay. Some XYZ ABC is the text I'm entering into the password field. Now, after I have entered the text into the password field, I have to inspect the password text field. Sorry, where is this? Enter any text, select the text entered into the password field. I need to select this text and say select the text and say Control C. Okay, just press Control C for copy. Control C will copy, shortcut for copying. Now, once I copy this, that particular text should not be copied. How can I say that this particular text is not copied? I'll copy this text and paste into any other field, either in the search box field or the nearby email field or something like this. Okay, I'll paste it. If the exact password is getting pasted, okay, if the password is getting copied and pasted, that means there is a problem. Security problem is there. If other than the password, if some other thing is getting copied, means, you know, password is the security of the password is already maintained here. Password text should not be copied. Password text should not be copied. Okay. So some other text is okay, but this particular password text that I have entered into the password field should not be copied, guys. So this particular pasted text should not be equal to the password that I have entered into the password field, something that I need to verify as part of the test. So let's automate it from scratch again. Okay. Hope you understood what the test case is all about. And here I'm going to create a method here. Public void. Public void. Verify copying of the text entered into the password field. Verify copying of text entered into password field. Verify copying of the text entered into the password field at the rate test. Priority is equal to 14. And here write down, save this here and write down. So login page. You see in the setup method, before method, setup method, already we have logged into we have selected the login option and we are on the login page here. All these things are already done. I'll use the login page and say dot enter. I'll just enter the password. What is the password I would like to enter here? Let's say string password text is equal to prop dot get property, prop dot get property, some password, some random password. I'll just go to the properties file and see if I can give some password, sample password. I'll say sample password. I'll say sample password is equal to XYZ ABC. Okay. This is sample password I would like to enter. Copy this and just go here and just paste it here. Password text, just press it, just enter it here. And then after that, there is a reason why we have stored into the variable here. This is the expected password text that we have entered into the password field. After copying the text from the password field and pasting into the email field or some other nearby field, we are going to compare that pasted text with this password text. If they don't match, then we are good to go. Okay, the test will pass. So after entering that, what I need to do next is that after entering so simply we have navigated to the login page and then here we have entered XYZ ABC as a password. Okay. Then I have to double click here to select this particular password. I have to double click. So in order to double click, what I have to do in the login page, I need to double click and copy paste this particular password. Control C the password. To make all these things happening, I'll just go to the login page here and create a method. Okay. Just give me a second. So save this. I am going to create a method, guys, that is public void, double click, select, select password, field text, and copy. This is what I want to do. And to get this happen, I'll just write WebDriver driver here, WebDriver driver here, and whatever the driver I get here, I'll pass it to the actions. Actions is equal to new actions, and here I'll pass that driver parameter here, and then actions dot double click. And I would like to, instead of using normal double click, I would like to double click on the element, guys. Double click, dot double click on the web element. Okay, double click on the web element. Password field, password field. Okay, double click on the password field. Double click on the password field and say dot. Then I just need to say down, key down, keys dot control key. I would like to press and hold the control key. Well, the key is pressed and holded here. Well, the key and pressed and holded here. I'll say set keys and here I'll give control C. Okay. While the control key is holded, pressed and holded, I'm pressing the C key. That means copy will happen. And then key up, I'll release the key. I'll release the key, that is keys dot control. Keys dot control. This will copy. It will double click on this and also copy, guys. Okay. Now fine, this particular method I need to call now. Copy this and this should return the driver also. Return driver. After the task is done, we have to return the driver back. And here return type will be web driver here. That part is done. And I would like to call this method here, the login page. I'll simply say login page dot double login page dot uh, select password text and copy. Internally, we are selecting the password text by double clicking and copying. That's okay. So we are passing the driver and we'll get the driver back here. That's okay. Driver is equal to, once we get the driver back, what is the next thing that we have to do? You see here, we have double click and say control C, the text got copied here. If it should not get copied, the password should not get copied though. Then we'll go to the email field and, we'll do the stuff. Okay. Here, again, I have to say login page dot paste into, paste into, paste and retrieve from email field or something. I'll just create a method here, paste and retrieve from the email field. So I would like to paste it first of all. Okay. Public string or public void paste, paste password into paste copy text, copied text into email field. Okay. So here I'll write down password text into the email field. Okay. So for that email field, something I need to work on. So how to paste that? To paste that, guys, paste copied password text into the email field means you have to paste means control V we have to say. To make that control V, actions is equal to new actions. I have to say actions is equal to new actions and pass the driver here. And to get the driver here, we have to pass the driver as a parameter. Once the driver is passed here, then actions dot click on the web element. Click on the web element. What is the web element, guys? The web element is email field. We have to click on the web element, email field web element dot send keys sorry, dot key up, keys dot, sorry, key down, keys dot, control key, and then dot send keys, control V, dot key up, dot key up, keys dot control, put a semicolon here, then return the driver back. Control V, okay? Just copy pasting, that's it. Control V, WebDriver, copy this, save all, come back here and write down login dot paste copy text into the, then pass the driver here, put a semicolon here, and say driver is equal to login dot paste copy password text into the email field and then copy paste the driver here, and then uh, we need to, okay, we'll do one thing. So here we have to retrieve the text, whatever the text I have entered into the email field, that we need to retrieve. Okay, how to retrieve? For example, here you are saying control C, and here you are saying control V, let's say. Okay, here you are saying control V. Okay, some text is getting copied, and that text should not be equal to the password text. Okay, so because security of the password, maybe previous copy thing should be pasted here, but not that one. Okay, so for that to happen, for that to verify, to get this particular text from the email field, inspect this email field. This is the email field, and here we have to retrieve it from the value attribute and the current state. You see, original state is blank here, but current state, if you want to get, you have to use DOM property here. Okay, instead of DOM attribute, we have to use DOM property get the current state of this particular thing. And so for making that happen, here in the login page, I'll create one more method, that is public string get text copied into email field. Okay, or some field, and then say, then simply write down email field dot get dom property, and here give the value attribute from which you have to get the value, and put a semicolon here, and simply put a return statement here. Save all, guys, and call this method, guys. Call this method. Okay, like this here, notificate, and you pass assert dot assert equals here, assert not equals. They should not be equal. Okay, that's what is a assert not equal, sorry, and you put it here. Here password text should be there on one side, and here you say login page dot get email text copied into email field should not match with the password text. If they don't match, then the security of the password field is being maintained and the test will pass, guys. Okay, so let's run the script to see whether what is happening. The test need to pass here. This is how we have to write the script. You see the test got passed here, the text got passed here. Okay, the test got passed here. Fine. So whatever the text that we are entering into the password field is not being copied into the email field in this case. So that means that the security of the password field is being maintained. So as per that, the test case is properly working fine. The 14th test case is properly working fine, guys. Okay. Password text should not be copied. Okay. We are done with that. Okay. We proved that. Now let's go to the 15th test case. Verify the password is not visible in the page source. Okay. Whatever the password we are entering into the password field should not be there in the HTML code of the page. Okay, after entering that. Okay, so that is another level of security. You see, the password, whatever we are entering the password field, should not be directly available in the HTML code of the page. So there is a possibility that hackers may inspect the view the HTML code of the page and then copy the password from that. And as per the security reasons, that should not be the case. So verify the password is not visible in the page source is something we have to verify here. For that, we have to open the application URL. We have to navigate to the login page by clicking on my account, selecting login option. Then we have to enter some password text. Let's say XYZ into the password field. Then inspect the password text field. Okay. And then click on the login button and inspect the password. Okay. Inspect the password. What is this? Enter any text in the password field. Ins okay. So yeah, expect result one. Inspect the first thing is that, for example, here what they are saying is like, first you go to the login page. Once you go to the login page from here, just go to the login page from here. Once you go to the login page, you just enter some password. Let's say XYZ I'll enter. Then I need to get the page source, and from in the HTML code, do we have that? Okay, Control F. XYZ ABC is there or not? It's not there. You see, manual, I can say that it's not there in the HTML code. And after that, I'll click on the login. After clicking on the login, again, I'll say view page source, and I'll get this HTML code using Selenium commands and all. And again, say XYZ ABC. And here, value XYZ ABC is there here. Okay. Input type password, name password, value is there. Okay. This password should not be visible here, is the thing. Okay. So click on the login button and inspect the password text field again. And password text should not be visible in the page source. But here password text is coming in the page source, guys, somehow. So maybe there is a defect in this particular test. Okay, there is a defect in this particular test because after that we can find it out. Okay, before clicking on the login button, nothing is there. But after clicking on the login button, the password is visible. The password is visible in the HTML code. I don't think this should be the case. Okay, so we should fail the test maybe. Okay, the test will fail here. Public void verify password is stored in verify password is stored in HTML code of the page. HTML code of the page. At the rate test priority is equal to 15. And then here write down the same password. I'll give it here. Then I'll say login page dot enter password, and I'll just say password text the same password here. That is from this properties file, we are retrieving that XYZ ABC here. That's okay. After that, I need to click, after entering the password here without clicking on the login button, I need to, check whether this particular password is, there in the HTML code of the page. Okay. So for that to happen, I'll go to the login page, and do I have to really go to the login page for this? I don't think so. Okay. What we can do here is, we don't need any particular element here and store in the page object classes. So I'll go to the base, and here I'll create a method here. Public string get page source, get HTML code of the page. Okay. And here I'll pass a driver here, web driver. I need to pass the driver here. Okay. Let's see. So, okay. And here I'll say driver dot get page source, driver dot get page source, and here I'll say return string format. Okay, that's it. So I need to pass the driver, and okay, I don't need to pass the driver, I think so. What if I do like this? Anyhow, the driver is there here. Publish string get HTML code of the page, driver dot get page source. Is it compulsory for me to return the driver? I'm just checking. Get HTML code of the page, driver dot get page source, and we'll get the page code. Okay, just go here and see. Here I'll need to, it's a base class, is a parent class of our class. So get HTML code of the page, I'll simply say here directly. I'll say close all here, save. And here I need to pass I don't need to pass anything. Put a semicolon here, and this will return you the HTML code of the page. Okay. So here I'll do one thing, guys. That is simply assert dot assert true. Assert dot assert false. I have to say assert dot assert false. Should not be there. Password text should not be there in this page. Get HTML code of the page dot contains, should not contain, actually should not contain. Okay, if it contains means the test will fail. Security of the password thing is not being maintained by the field. Okay, then after this I'll say login page dot click on login button. After I click on the login button, I'll do the same thing. I'll try to retrieve the HTML code of the page and see whether it is matching with the password text or not. Okay, if after login also it should not match, if it returns true means, if it is there means, if it contains means, the test will fail. This one will return true, guys, and but we are expecting false, it should not be there as per the requirement, and the test is going to fail in this particular 221st line. Let's see whether the test is failing or not. If it is working fine, the test need to fail. In this case, the test need to fail, guys. Okay, in this case the test need to fail. You see the test got failed here. We already, you see, expected false but found true. In the line also we know, because I told you in advance that this may be the reason where, okay, expected false but found true. So login, this is the line. You see, this line will fail. I already told you, and the browser got closed. Everything is working fine. The text need to fail, guys, and it got failed. Okay, that's properly working. So until the defect is fixed, the test is going to fail in our automation code. Next one is, okay, next one, we need to verify logging into the application after changing the password, guys, after changing the password. Okay, so this will take some time, actually. This will take some time. So we'll automate this in the next test. Okay, next scenario. Okay, we'll automate this particular thing in the next scenario. Okay, fine then. So let's automate this in the next session. Till then, see you. Bye bye.